Hi, SpongeX here, and so I just got two of the new Lego Sonic sets, and my god, these are expensive. It's like, you betcha I would have loved to have gotten all of them, but just getting two of them was like $117, altogether, that is. Like, each one was about like 40 to 45, like, each, and so, I basically have every character that's available right now, because the only characters you can get are Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Dr. Eggman. Technically there are a few other characters that are assembled, like a Cubot or the Crab Meat Robot, but when it comes to like the main characters, Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Eggman, those are the only ones you can get. And so Sonic is nearly in every pack except for one of them as far as I know, and so I tried strategizing the best way, like which pack should I get to get each character. And so we got like two over here. So we got like the one where it's the Death Egg Robot. So it comes with obviously the Death Egg Robot along with Eggman and Sonic, and it comes with a little contraption you can build to build like a giant spring that can launch Sonic into a ball, and it also comes with like a spike trap, a ramp, and oh, so that's what that's supposed to be. I thought like that was a docking bay thing for like one of Eggman's machines or something, but it also comes with a ring, and so then the other one we have is I got this one because it came with it's the only way you can get Amy as a character, and so there's two ways to get Tails. You can either get the Tails' Workshop one or Amy's Animal Rescue, and so I thought the Animal Rescue would make more sense because it's like, otherwise I would have had to buy a separate pack just to get Amy. So it's like, if I wanted Tails, it's like, yeah, I figured get the one that comes with Amy as well. And so, yeah, it probably took me a total of 6 hours to build all of this. It would have taken me about 2 hours to build the Death Egg Robot, but something went wrong while building him. The belly and back kept falling off, really flimsy, honestly, and so yeah, I had to, like, disassemble the pieces, and that is never fun, disassembling Legos. You know, you're afraid of, like, dropping one, having them fly all over the place, and, but yeah, so either way, I was able to get it done, like, an hour later, but I felt like, if only that mess-up never happened, it would have been so much quicker. But yeah, 6 hours worth of, $117 worth of content, so pretty time-consuming. And so here we have Lego Eggman, and so he does not have a removable head. He just has, the only parts he had was like the upper body and the lower half, and so, otherwise it's a pretty cool figure. So yeah, you can put him up on the Death Egg Robot. Unfortunately, you can't really close it all the way. I tried putting his hands down, that makes it worse, but so the Death Egg Robot I thought was like going to be really nightmarish to build, and aside from the torso and back, it wasn't that difficult. It probably was the most fun I had constructing out of anything in this, and surprisingly enough, Amy's Rescue Island was actually a little bit more challenging and tedious. But yeah, you got like his laser cannons, his machine guns, and I also love how you get to build like the robotic Eggman face with like the mustache, and so he has limbs, and I'm honestly too afraid to move him though, because I just feel like it's gonna snap off because some Lego parts are really flimsy. And as if you thought like stepping on a Lego couldn't be any worse, Eggman found a more evil way of stepping on a Lego by making the spike traps. It traps hedgehogs and parents of very untidy children. And so and then over here we got to build like a little machine, and it has like what appears to be a Chaos Emerald lodged into it, along with a switch, and just for fun I put it in the little animal friends that came with the various packs. Most of them came from the Amy pack, like, or half of them I should say. So like with the Eggman pack, you got a Flicky, a bunny, and the yellow turtle, and then Amy's you got the bunny, the pink Flicky, and the pig. And, so, yeah, not quite sure what it is, though, but I guess it's just for scenic routes, like, if you want to make it look like, it could come in handy for those who want to make stop-motion films or set pieces, so have it look like Eggman's about to activate some kind of doomsday machine, and obviously you would place him where Cubot is, and speaking of which, Cubot. So, yeah, he was really simple to assemble, pretty crude looking, and I kind of wish they just had a proper character figure for him instead of just building him out of generic Lego pieces. And I'm pretty sure they gave me like the wrong arm pieces, because in the pictures it showed that his arms are supposed to face forward, but the way the joints are, that's impossible to do. So he just kind of has them. It's almost like he's bowing politely like a lady or something. And I don't know, but and so yeah, we got the ramp with the wheel that you can put Sonic inside. And so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to basically just pound on the spring, and then it causes the ball to go flying. But obviously I don't have the best setup for that, so I'm not even going to bother. So we got the crab meat robot, one of the first like enemies Sonic ever faced in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and I love how they actually have the pincers. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you can actually like use your thumb and fingers to like stretch and clamp them. That's really cool. And so moving on to, so here we got Sonic up at the bar here. And so yeah, his figure is very similar to the one from, I'm not sure if it is the exact same, I'm going to have to pull it out, but I want to see if it's the exact same one as the one from Lego Dimensions, because previously that was the only version of a Lego Sonic we ever had. Okay, so I was able to get out my old Lego Dimensions version of Sonic. So let's do a comparison real quick. I'm not sure if I've seen anyone do a comparison. Okay, so they are very identical, but there is a difference, actually. So the one on the left is from Lego Dimensions, and the one on the right is from the Lego Sonic pack. And so I can definitely say that the one on the right is definitely more vibrant. It's hard to say if it's just due to age, but I noticed the pupils are a lot bigger too. The arms look a lot brighter. Let's see. His shoes were definitely... Oh, never mind. I was going to say this one might be taller, but that's only because a piece of the tornado he was attached to fell off, so never mind. But yeah, these are very identical, it looks like. The biggest difference, I'd say, aside from a slight color difference, are the eyeballs. But otherwise, yeah, these are very identical. And so, over here we got Tails. So Tails was kind of disappointing because he has no leg flexibility. So if you want him to sit or not, you can't. He came with, like, different torso pieces. Like, you got, like, the torso, and then you had, this little slip-on that you put that gives him the tails, and then you're supposed to slip like his legs underneath, inside the tail part, and then clamp it inside the torso. And so because of that, Tails cannot move his arm, so he's always in a still pose. And unfortunately, for those who are hoping you could like rotate his tails to spin around, you can't do that either. So that's really unfortunate. It also came with what I'm guessing is supposed to be his airboard from Sonic Riders. Yeah, the instruction manual has, like, no writing in it. It's all just pictures, and some of them could have been better. I had trouble trying to figure out, like, what certain things I was trying to build because the camera angles were weird, and it felt like it skipped a few steps, but either way, I was able to get it done. So over here we have Amy, and so I like how her design looks very similar to how she appeared in Lego Dimensions as well. Considering how Lego Dimensions was working off of characters who never had Lego figures until now. And Lego Dimensions, that was like nearly 5 years ago, I think. So the game's getting a little bit older than some people realize. And so, but I remember how Amy had like a real frilly looking dress in that game, despite how her dress is more rounded in the video game. So I like how it looked like they took inspiration from Lego Dimensions. And so she actually does have more leg posability, but she's more flexible than Tails per se, but not as flexible as Sonic or Eggman. And you cannot have her stand on her own. Even without the hammer in her hand, she will always fall over. And I do think they gave her a really weird hammer design. I wish they went with a design similar to how it looked in Sonic Adventure, where it had like the yellow, I'm not sure what you call them, but like the yellow big metal discs on the ends. And for some reason they went with this weird heart design. And unfortunately, you don't have something to put on top of the hammer to keep the stick still. So you just... So, like, if you pushed it all the way, it would, like, slide down further, or it could easily pop out if you pulled it the wrong way. So, otherwise, yeah, it's a really cute figure. Yeah, overall, I think the characters look pretty good in their Lego forms. I'd say my only nitpick is I really wish they modeled in her gold bracelets around her arms. That's like the only big difference or lack of detail I noticed with her that I felt like, oh, come on, even a Lego should have been able to pull that off. But and so this is basically this was never shown in any of the video games, but Amy's set piece is what's called the Animal Rescue Island, and so it obviously kind of has like a Green Hill Zone resemblance, but so it basically looks like a resort getaway for the little animals. You got like this little fruit bar up here with all these little fruits and a little lime beverage, and I'm not sure what, like for some reason it came with like a door, but you can't open it all the way due to this little green square thing you had to put. But if you look inside, it looks like what appears to be 2 beds, and if you turn around to the back side, it's like there appears to be like a hairbrush and possibly shampoo, or I don't know, but possibly a hidden Chaos Emerald too. You know, like I was building things exactly as the instruction manual wanted me to, and so like I said, this has no wording, so it doesn't bother telling you what anything is. So but over here we got a little water slide with a palm tree, and there's even a banana that you can hook into it. That was kind of a nightmare to set up because I felt like the camera angle did not do a good job. But for some reason, I had more difficulty building this compared to the Death Egg robot. I thought the Death Egg robot was going to be the bigger, more time-consuming one, but for some reason it was this. I just feel like when you look at it in a picture, it doesn't look that complicated, but the steps you had to take to build this, it was really time-consuming. And so I'm guessing this is supposed to be a sandcastle with a little pail. We got like a little merry-go-round, and so over here it looks like just like a typical Green Hill mountain. You got like a ring on the top, possibly a gold ring, and a bunch of rocks, grassy mountains, and a waterfall. I have no idea what that pink thing is supposed to be. I have no idea. But one thing I really like is there's a little trap bridge, and you get like this little lever, and when you push back on it, it causes the drawbridge to fall down. That is really cool, and it's like there's nothing to really hold it on the other end, but yeah, I thought that was really cool. So it just have like Eggman sit up there and then pull it back and he falls. So I can definitely see kids having a lot of fun with this. Personally, though, it left me wanting a lot more because I was hoping for more elaborate set pieces, and this looks really small. It doesn't even look that good, honestly. Like, I don't know, I was kind of hoping for something a little more exciting, like Angel Island, and just wait, eventually we're probably going to get a Death Egg. There was a Green Hill playset, but that was the most expensive. That one was like nearly $60 or $70, so... but yeah, so this was all that I got so far, and this is all that I was able to build, and it was pretty fun. It made me feel like a kid again, but now the real question is, where am I going to put this stuff? Because, yeah, I don't have the best living situation, so I have no idea where I'm going to put this, but I do not want to disassemble it, but I can't leave it here on my kitchen table, so I got to make room for other things, but, otherwise, I do think it was a little too pricey. I think the set pieces could have been a little better, but it was still fun to build them, and I really do like the character figures overall. I just wish they were a little more flexible, like Tails. I hate how you can't have him in a sitting position. You can't move his tails either. That's real disappointing, and I'm sure there's a lot of characters that people are upset that aren't here, so, you know, a lot of people are probably wondering, like, where's Knuckles, and I would love to see Knuckles, but for once, I'm glad to see that Amy got some attention, because she always gets glossed over. She actually came before Knuckles, you know, because Sonic CD was in development alongside Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which was Tails' debut, and so a lot of times, like, you know, a lot of people think, oh, it makes sense to introduce characters, and, like, when you're going to have them come back, it makes more sense to bring the oldest first, and so I feel like there's a lot of times where Amy was overlooked, and Knuckles was, you know, added in favor, despite how Amy was there first, and she has a little more significance than Knuckles, like she was the first female character in the Sonic series, and so luckily the character has been given a lot more attention, and not just favoritism either. You know, it's like, ever since Sonic Frontiers, it's like they've been bringing back the original 4 characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, and they brought Amy into Sonic Origins, making that her first playable appearance officially in a classic Sonic game, a main Sonic game, not like, I'm not talking about like the Sonic Drift games where that was a side game and she was only in a car. I'm talking about like the actual Genesis games where you run around, collect the rings, dodge the obstacles and all that. And so, yeah, that was really cool. And we're getting Sonic Superstars later, which sounds like a lot of fun. And again, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy are playable in that. And so overall, I've been really impressed with like how Sega's been handling Sonic over the years. Like there was a time where I nearly felt like I was done with the series. I'll give you a hint. It was when Sonic Sonic Forces came out, and Sonic Frontiers got me back on board. And I like the Sonic movies. I like Sonic Prime, and yeah, overall, I've been really happy with the series, and I hope to see it continue further. But I really wish Lego would lower the prices for these things, because I do want to get the other sets, but like I said, it cost me like $117 just to get 2 of the 5 sets currently available, and to think it would have costed like probably $250 if I got the whole set. That's crazy. But anyways, I think I ranted on enough now. That's all I have to show for now. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and have a great day.